13 Best Things to Do in New York. If you're searching for a good night out, New York is bursting at the seams with Broadway musicals, outdoor events, and underground clubs that play music till the wee hours. It's safe to assume that this urban setting appeals to just about any traveler with its recognizable monuments, sizable parks, top-notch restaurants, and activities for people of all ages. Number 13. Jazz in Harlem. For those who enjoy music, Harlem offers some unusual things to do in New York. There are many jazz clubs and a museum in this energetic neighborhood, and they often perform swing, Latin, bebop, and cool jazz. Bill's Place, Minton's Playhouse, and Showman's Jazz Club are a few well-liked locations. But the National Jazz Museum is a must-visit if you want to learn more about jazz's history. This free museum frequently features intriguing displays, pictures, audio, and video archives, as well as weekly lectures and performances. Number 12. Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge connects the boroughs of Brooklyn and Manhattan in New York City by crossing the East River. The pedestrian pathway has two lanes, one for cyclists and the other for walkers. Due to the fact that you may pause to take pictures of the East River, Lower Manhattan, Governor's Island, and the Statue of Liberty, the latter is infamous for being congested with tourists. Visit the many nearby attractions, including the Brooklyn Children's Museum and the Brooklyn Bridge Park, as well as the different sports fields, playgrounds, bike rentals, restaurants, and piers, once you have traversed the mile-long pathway. Number 11. Yankee Stadium. The Yankee Stadium, which took over the previous structure in 2009, is now New York City's new baseball stadium. It is the sixth largest Major League Baseball stadium in the U.S. and is located in the Bronx neighborhood. It can hold more than 46,000 spectators. If you consider yourself a sports enthusiast, visiting this top-notch stadium should be at the top of your agenda. At Yankee Stadium, there are several activities besides watching a baseball or a soccer game. To view batting practice, go to Section 105 or the New York Yankees Museum. The stadium's adventurous location near to a metro station makes it simple to get to and from a game. Number 10. One World Trade Center. In the center of New York City, there stands an impressive building called One World Trade Center. It is often referred to as 1WTC and is 1,776 feet tall, making it the highest skyscraper in the United States. On the site of the former World Trade Center, a gleaming building featuring upscale eateries, bars, and shops set. There is no better location for travelers to take in New York City's iconic skyline than One World Trade Center. Exploring the One World Observatory is a memorable experience because of its cutting-edge fine dining location and the panoramic views that can be seen from the viewing platform on the 101st level. Number 9. National September 11th Memorial. The National September 11th Memorial was constructed as a memorial to honor those who died during the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks. The twin reflecting ponds, which are constructed to represent the destroyed Twin Towers, are among its most beautiful features. The bronze pool edges around which the deceased names are etched are also visible. The memorial features two primary exhibits. The other is a 270-degree panoramic media installation of the memorial, while the first highlights the events past, present, and aftermath. Number 8. The Metropolitan Museum of Art. One of the largest collections of works in the U.S., spanning 5 millennia, is housed in the enormous Metropolitan Museum of Art, one of a trio of museums. Ancient Egypt, medieval weapons, and even the most contemporary art are all represented in the displays. Additionally, it contains a full Egyptian sandstone temple that has been moved. The museum, which is situated in the very center of Manhattan, is renowned across the world for the scope and caliber of its collection. It is a significant stop along the New York Museum Mile and is readily reached by subway. Number 7. Fifth Avenue. Manhattan's Fifth Avenue is a posh shopping district in New York. Since 1928, the Bergdorf Goodman department store has drawn the affluent and famous because of its lavish window displays and global names like Burberry, Balenciaga, and Marc Jacob. You may find the flagship stores for Louis Vuitton, Henry Bendel, Armani, and Dolce & Gabbana by strolling between 39th and 60th Street. Number 6. Chinatown. Lower Manhattan's Chinatown is a thriving neighborhood located south of Broome Street and east of Lafayette. Exploring New York's bustling streets is one of the nicest things to do there, due to the abundance of restaurants serving food from Hong Kong, mainland China, and Southeast Asia. You'll think you're visiting a different continent. If you enjoy eccentric stuff, you might enjoy the small museum's display of oddities from without the globe, which include immigrant toys, selfie sticks, and fake cosmetic products. Number 5. New York Grand Central Terminal Station. Thousands of New Yorkers travel through Grand Central Terminal Station every day as they commute, making it one of the busiest sites in the city. It is situated in Midtown and has few art sculptures and architecture on its front. Inside, there are 44 rail stations and many restaurants. there are recognizable features like a four-sided clock, an astronomical ceiling painting, and a gourmet food shop on the main concourse, despite the fact that it is constantly crowded with commuters. It's easy to lose hours exploring obscure corners of New York Grand Central Terminal Station, even if you don't intend to board a train. Number 4. Central Park. The largest green space in New York, Central Park, with more than 20 playgrounds, artificial lakes and ponds, and miles of walking trails. It frequently holds a range of events, including concerts, exhibitions, and festivals, particularly in the spring and summer. Many children will appreciate the Carousel, Central Park Zoo, Central Park Conservatory Garden, and Belvedere Castle in Central Park, one of the many family-friendly attractions in New York City. All year long, it is accessible to the general public, and for a small fee, guided tours are offered. Number 3. Statue of Liberty. Travelers typically see the Statue of Liberty first when they arrive in New York. The national landmark, which was established in 1886, has expansive views of Ellis Island, New York, New Jersey, and the New York Harbor. An exhibition hall is located on the pedestal's second floor, where you may learn about its history through seeing scale models, pictures, texts, and videos. A ferry ticket is required to travel to Liberty Island, and it comes with a self-guided audio tour. It costs extra to climb to the top of the Statue of Liberty, but it's one of the most well-liked activities in New York, so make reservations in advance. Number 2. Empire State Building. Both of the two observatories on the Empire State Building provide expansive views of New York City and beyond. Many sequences from movies and television shows have included the building's open-air 86th floor observation deck. The 102nd story is where you'll find the top deck, from which you can see places like Times Square, Central Park, the Brooklyn Bridge, and the Statue of Liberty. The Empire State Building also has a tourist center and 2 exhibition areas in addition to the observatories. Number 1. Times Square. One of the most well-liked activities to do in New York is to visit Times Square, which is situated in Midtown Manhattan. You may take in street performances, visit galleries and museums, and see Tony Award-winning Broadway productions. This open plaza, one of the hubs of activity in the city, is home to unusual attractions, including the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, and Radio City Music Hall. You may see star-studded concerts and the traditional New Year's Eve ball drop if you visit in late December. Okay, fellas, that's what you have. If there are any locations we missed, please let us know in the comments area. I appreciate you viewing, and I'll see you in the future videos.